Hey everybody, welcome to the OGHQ studio. Welcome to what I do. This is one of every Vyper chair that currently exists. I'm sitting on my OG Vyper chair, one of the 3 that we sell, and I've been questioning myself with my new studio here, is the one that I have the right one? And I started shopping on the website and I realized I don't know that anybody has had every Vyper chair other than maybe them, every Vyper chair in their possession in order to test out and decide, do I have the right one? So I'm hoping to answer that question for you today. I'm also hoping to answer the question for me, do I have the right one, and am I going to want to make something a little bit different, a little bit special, a little bit custom? You've seen Vyper chair do all kinds of cool drops, and so I want to go on this crusade to figure out what accessories do I need, what combination of stool with accessories works best, and so we're going to nail that down here today. Okay, I'm like a darn kid on Christmas here. Where do you start? I figure start at the top. So we have, what's this? This is the adjustable backrest. This is a new thing that I haven't tested out yet. Oh yeah, so this would go in combination with the adjustable back, adjustable armrest. You can tell this is quality. Low pro. Robust Steel Pro. Elevated Steel Max. Robust Steel Sport. Elevated Steel Max. All right, so I promise I'm not overwhelmed here. We got it figured out. We know what's going on here. We know which one's which. And so I have the robust steels, which are the lower ones, and then there's 3 different types. There's the screw type, there's the quick lift type, and then there's the sort of the hydraulic version, kind of like your office chair. And then we have the same thing in the elevated version. And when I didn't know, this is a nice surprise, these are actually all OG, so they have all of the OG stitching on them. So this is gonna be great. I'm gonna have a bunch of chairs here, and I'll really know which one is the one to keep because I'm gonna live with them. And then we have the sort of more budget-friendly versions, and we have the Robust Steel Pro and the Robust Steel Sport. And then we have the little guy here, the Low Pro, which I like a lot. That's actually a Low Pro right there. And so what I figured we'll do, I'm gonna open this up, show you what's inside, and then we'll build all of these in hyper speed. We'll bring the whole OG team in here and we'll build these suckers. And then we'll start working on the different accessory options after we kind of get the lay of the land on the exact stools. All right, so this one I think is 625 bucks. You have a couple of color choices. Again, assuming you're not talking about the OG version, but this is the one that we sell. I like the black box, and the packaging's pretty spot on. You have a parts list there. We've got our headrest, or our backrest, I should say. We have our instruction manual. Got a little bit of a lip protector here for, I think, the backrest. This makes me excited. I had no idea. I would have done this earlier had I known these were all OG version. This is great. I thought we were just doing the generic Vyper version. Look at that. That's sick. Yeah, this is my first time seeing this. It's pretty stout. That's our hydraulic seat lift. There's our seat post. There's another secret compartment. That makes more sense. So now we got our casters. Vyper does some pretty nice casters, 5 of them. And I need to start moving this over to my workbench. I know we hate badges, but if you're gonna do badges, you're gonna do them right. Vyper does them right. So I actually really like this. Like, if you're gonna spend the money on 625 bucks, this is like a once in a lifetime purchase. You're gonna purchase it and keep it for the rest of your life. And so having to take a little bit of time to put this together, to me, is kind of exciting and interesting. Like, I like the fact that I've got to do some assembly. Makes me bond with my new fancy chair. And it's not terribly difficult to put together. I like the contrast of zinc and then the powder coated steel. It's pretty sweet. I think it's kind of appropriate to be wearing a Rolex while you're assembling your Vyper chair, right? Your $600 chair. Normally it's inappropriate, but in this case, it's not my fault. I didn't make the $625 chair. They did, and they sell lots of them, so don't blame me. I think it's awesome. It's a pretty stout looking receiver setup for your chair. I guess that's how you get 400-pound capacity. Make them for the big boys. Good. Feels like I like this version the best. I can already tell. Problem solved. Throw the other ones away. This is the one. It's the one you want. Now the question is, what accessories do we put on it? Cut away to assembling the other 10. Let's go. Let's go, OG crew. All right, everybody, I kind of assumed that this was going to be a bit confusing until it's not. All right, so the way that I process this stuff is I sat on the website and I started writing stuff down. What are all my accessory options? What are all my chair options? And so thanks to the OG crew for building all these. I built one. We had 8 other people come in and build these because otherwise it would have taken me a month to put this together. So I think what I want to do to start, so let's just get these organized by type. Okay, so we have the elevated, now we have the arm accessories and the adjustable backrest on there. We'll dig into that in a second. And then we also have, so this is elevated quick lift, is what they call it. This is elevated easy lift. And then we have over here on the side, we've got elevated Acme, which is the threaded version. And I'll talk to you about what I'm thinking about all that. And this has the big boy extension on it. And then we have our, this is the entry level. So this is the Robust Steel Sport, which I don't think I would ever do, but let's just kind of put this on this side. And then we have the Robust Steel Maxes. So this is the quick lift, easy lift, and then Acme rod over here. And then we have the detailing focused ones, which is the Low Pro, and then this one is called the Robust Steel Pro. All right, so let's start on the entry level, the $450. These two are the same price. Now this one is the fully loaded version. So let's kind of think through this here. So no accessories for this. I think this is something I want to confirm, and we'll put it in the notes here or put it somewhere. I don't think you can put anything on this. Like, I don't think any of the accessories work for this. I don't see why you would want any accessories. At least I wouldn't. And so this one is like the proper detailing height. So this one is, let's see, 19.5 inches tall. So it's about 2 inches taller than the Low Pro. The Low Pro is 17.5. And so this one, the thing I like about this, when I have this one at home, I use this one all the time. The thing I really like about this is that there's nothing sort of protruding. So when I'm up next to my fancy car, like my hip or my elbow is going to hit the car before anything. Even this part, I'd have to like be real flexible to be able to get the bottom piece to get anywhere near the car. And so this is sort of the safest version. The only way was if I went in backwards, which why the heck would you do that? right? So from a detailing car perspective, it's the simplest, it's the easiest. I just know this, like this one is definitely going in my garage. I'm gonna keep this one here, this one's staying here. And this is what I want, you know, and probably my most used stool. It's the right height, it's the right, you know, design. It's great for me, I'm 6'2", just to put in perspective. And so, you know, if you're a little bit shorter, you might be extended a bit. But I mean, this is the one I think you want. The pad on all the Vyper chairs is incredible. Okay, so then you have Low Pro. And so the Low Pro, let's see if they've made any improvements. Oh, they definitely have. The original Low Pro would like click and clang, and you had to put like R2V, what is that crap called? The black stuff. And so that's good. It's still a little loud, so I would probably still put some in there. So right here at this junction point, there's a bit of vibration, you know, when you're rolling around on Swiss tracks. If you're not on Swiss tracks, it doesn't matter. But put a little bit of that black gasket sealer stuff, and that'll solve it. So this one, I would highly recommend that you don't do this. So this configuration. I know Alex, sorry to Alex, he loves this, but I hate it, and he knows I hate it. So I've told him I'm not speaking out of school here. But the Low Pro is $450, 17.5 inches tall, and then the price is, again, the price is $450. The fully loaded is $595. This has the optional backrest, which I would get. I do like the backrest. So if you put just the backrest on it, the backrest is $100. So you're $550 to get it with this and this, all right? And so I would recommend that. But these things are like a freaking axe murderer to your car. Now, we put the little thingy on here, but I'm not even getting close to my GT4. Or you just swing it. I mean, you'd have to be kind of dumb to do it, but you know, as you're coming around the car, I mean, you've got like a weapon on the side of this thing. Maybe if you're a professional detailer, this would be nice to have, but I mean, I don't have a problem reaching for my polish or polisher. And the way that this thing is set up is my polish can kind of sit down on the side here, which I actually like it better, so it's not in my way. So polisher can go on the ground, or if I have a cart, roll a cart around. The fully loaded, you save some money, it's $595, but I wouldn't want the fully loaded. I wouldn't want these other sections. So I would do Low Pro with the backrest for $550 would be my recommendation. And I know this because I have this one too somewhere. I have it around here somewhere. It's over there. So there's my configuration right there. So these two are staying in here without this junk. So I mean, I'm going to keep mine there, and I'm going to add this to it, and these two will get used more than anything else. They're the right height, they're the right size, they're less money. So if you're, if you don't want to spend $600 on one of these fancier ones, to me, these are the ones that you get. You get this one first, get this one second, and then you would add these as a rich man optional accessory. So I can tell you that right off the bat. So then as we go down, we have the Sport. The Sport is $475, and the height adjustment on it, and the way this one adjusts is a pull pin, right? So you have our cotter pin. So I pull the lock, or pull the safety out, and then I can adjust this like so, right? So I adjust it based on moving it up and down, putting the cotter pin in place. So the lowest it goes is here. So this is the most user-friendly to switch. This one, what did I say it was? The Sport is $475. So same awesome craftsmanship, or they save some money, is they took the Robust Steel Pro and they used the same tool tray. It comes standard like this. They do have smaller casters, right? So that's where they save some cost. The padding is a little bit different. There's less padding on the back. There's less padding on the base. And then looks like they're able to use the same back piece, so that saves some production costs and number of SKUs. So the smaller casters and the smaller footprint to save. But the height, so right now we're at 14 inches, and then you have 21 inches at the peak. So the nice thing about this, I will say, is it is lower, right? So this is 19 and a half. same footprint. So if you need that adjustability, you're $25 more to do this. Now this has the nicer pad. Obviously this is the OG version. 14, I find, like I almost wish this was 14 inches tall. 14 is probably a better height for doing car work, you know, because if I'm doing something like if I'm polishing up anywhere here or higher, I'm standing up, right? And so I want to be down low because what I really need the stool for is doing this side work on the side of the car. So I was first sort of dismissing this thing, this one, but I mean, if you need the lowest height possible, this is the lowest we got, because the other one's 15 inches is the height, the minimum height. They don't have any bundles or anything for this on the site. The idea there is to keep the cost down as much as possible. Let me think about that. Okay, so now we get into the expensive guys. So there's 3 ways to do these, excluding accessories. There's the Acme rod. And so the way the Acme rod works is there's a little set or clamp, I guess you could say. So there's an adjustable clamp. It's kind of, or a quick release, I should say. It's kind of like a bike. My assemblers didn't do too good of a job. I keep finding loose nuts here, so they thought we are OG spec here. I guess beggars can't be choosers. But the way you adjust the height is this way. So it's slower. It's I've had one of these for several since they came out with them. This functionality of turning it is kind of annoying because it does take it takes a long time to get it to between the max and min, which are Acme rod 15 inches is the lowest and 22 inches is the highest. It will, I think, let's do it. I will think it will let you get all the way low enough to where it will drag on the ground. Okay, so they've changed it to where it's close. I mean, it's like paper. There's your 15 inches. But still, this thing at 15 inches it's nice. I mean, I'm sort of torn here. If I can only have one chair, would I rather have this? Because I do love the backrest. I think the backrest is nice. I also like the big boy extension, to put the big boy. I'll show you that in a minute. These obviously I hate. I wouldn't do these. So this is the tool holder or towel holder, cup holder. So I wouldn't do these on here. But now when we get next to the car, I've just always found this versus the detailing specific ones. I found this to be a little bit, the larger footrest kind of becomes a hindrance and kind of gets in my way. And so you can certainly do it. You've seen me wash tons of cars doing, wheel cleaning. This is when I use this stool the most, is doing wheel cleaning. It's not the end of the world, but if I had a choice when I'm doing my wheels, I want that guy, so I want the one without there's no adjustability. I would probably prefer it to be this height, but I think I'm still choosing that. Less money, more like sort of multi-purpose functionality. I guess I take that back. This would be more multi-purpose. That one's more, dedicated purpose. So, for $625, so what is that? $175 more. You can get a functional sort of work chair because when you do bring it up to like a more normal height, you do get a little bit more function. This is $595. These are $625, and they're both the same. So Quick Height has adjustability of 20 inches. The way it works, you kind of lift up a little bit, let it go down. So there's 20 inches versus 15. So I don't like that already, unless I'm using this stool for a very specific purpose. If I'm detailing, cleaning wheels, this height is not ideal because then I'm kind of bending down. And so when I need to get down here, I'm not as comfortable because I'm a little bit taller. But then again, I just told you that one's good, 19 and a half. Shoot, I'm contradicting myself here. This is part of the process, part of the discovery process. 20 inches to 24. So the way that it goes up is like this. And so now I've got a sort of really functional chair, for doing whatever, working on the workbench or just hanging out. This is more comfortable to me because I don't have multiple options. I lose a little bit of adjustability, but this I gain some height So 20 to 24 inches. And then the one I think you're going to want to buy here, oh, by the way, that one has the optional tool tray. The optional tool tray is 110 bucks. So you're 735 bucks to set it up that way with the quick height. Now, this is the new Easy Lift, so it has like the office desk chair, hydraulic actuated seat adjustment. Now we get down to 17, so now we're really talking here. So I'm 2.5 inches shorter than the Robust Steel Pro. I'm the same price, and I can come up to 22.5 inches as well. So I get a nice, comfortable, functional chair. So it's 1.5 inches shorter than the quick height. But I would put the tool tray on this, keep the backrest on it, get the fat boy or big boy, and you're good. And so, by the way, they do sell this one in a bundle. It's 795 bucks for the big boy and the tool tray, which is the way I would configure it. Okay, and then the sort of like the garage office, or we've used these like in our conference area, really expensive conference chair, but it's a nice option if you want some more height. So we have Acme rod. Now here's the big boy, which I like a lot. I'm like medium, I used to be much bigger, but this just kind of takes that, just that little side spillover kind of fits nicer. And so if you can put the big boy on, then you want that, I think. So big boy, this is the example of it, but these come with the backrest, no matter what. And then there is a tool tray option for these. And so what you could do is add the tool tray, add the big boy. They do sell the quick lift with as a package for $795. I take it back, $825 with the big boy and tool tray. And the tool tray we saw back on the Robust Steel Max. So we have Acme rod, 625 bucks. Quick height, 650 bucks. And then we have the Easy Lift with the office chair. I think this is hydraulic. So you can go all the way down to 24 inches and up to 29.5. So not quite as much adjustability. The quick lift or quick height goes to 32 inches, and I think we have it all the way up. So that's the 32-inch height, which is kind of nice for taller people, but it only goes down to 29. So if we put it down, so it goes down to 29 inches, 28 inches. And then you have the normal Acme rod. So this is a new thing that I haven't seen before. So these are your arms. And right now it's set up. I think you would probably want to bring it in. It's a little wide. Right now it's set up that you can do the big boy and the wide armrest, but it will come in a few inches. You can see there's another bolt hole right here. So it will come in another 1.5 inches, I believe, to fit a little closer. This is a little far back. And then you also have, on this one, you have the adjustable backrest, which allows you to, through this little knurled threaded all thread here, we have the ability to adjust the backrest position. So if you were going to use this as an office chair, maybe if you had a conference room, you could put the captain or the king, the owner gets one of these and everybody else gets, one of those. But I think it just depends on what you're looking for. So to give you an idea of pricing on those accessories, let's see, adjustable backrest is 150 bucks. Adjustable arm is 185. But I don't think, in my garage, I'm not buying either one of these. Okay, so the question of the hour, which one stays in my studio? That's why I did this, very selfishly. Now I'm sharing with you the information that I'm figuring out. It's kind of hard to do this on the website. There's a lot of different versions, a lot of different choice. I wanted one of every accessory, one of every stool, so I could have it all in one spot. Thanks to the guys at Vyper for making them all OG. I thought we were just getting the generic Vyper ones, but now I'm really torn because I kind of want to keep all of them. But which ones stay in my garage? So the Robust Steel Pro, 100% stays. I definitely want this one. Now you can put the big boy on it. I may put the big boy on there just to experiment with it, but I think that I'm okay with it as is. Then I want the low pro. I think because I've got a 1,500 square foot garage here, I think I can afford to have the space. I want it with the backrest. By the way, you can put a backrest on this as well. So I want this with the backrest, this without, and I want these gone. So I don't want these two accessories. When I'm detailing, polishing, I'm gonna use this. When I'm doing my wheels, I'm probably gonna use this. And let's be honest, I'll probably have them both out and one on each side of the car. That way I don't have to go look for it when when I'm working. The entry-level guy, we'll get rid of this. I don't think I want that. I do like the ability of this to go lower, but I think that if I'm going to do a Steel Max, which I am going to have in here, so I'm going to take the tool tray off of this, of the quick height, and I'm going to keep this one. Because it is the most efficient, even though I lose several inches of the ability for it to go down. If I needed to get lower, I mean, I just won't do it. So I think these three stay in my garage. And then if I were doing an elevated steel, I would do Big Boy, and I would do the easy lift as well. I think easy lift is the way to go. I mean, it's kind of an elegant analog solution there, old school solution for the quick height. I don't want the armrest. I don't want the adjustable backrest. They're not terrible. I mean, they're well designed, but I want this, the Fat Boy, and I want the ability to move up and down pretty quickly. And I have an office chair here, steel case, but I think this may go. I may put this in my garage. Okay, so in my garage, $450, $450 plus the armrest, so $550. So that's $1,000, right? And then another $625 plus the tool tray. So what is that? $735. So it's $1,800 or so, for my Vyper chair line up in my garage. Yeah, actually $2,000 because I need the Big Boy. So I'm going to do Big Boy, tool tray. So that combination, I'm going to do this one. This is actually my chair that I've had for a number of years. This one stays in my garage like so. And then I'm going to keep this one without any accessories on it because I think it's a really nice form factor. So if you're looking for my advice, that's what I want. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Get this first, I'd get that second, and I'd get this third. If I wasn't going to do the 3, I think I would buy the Acme rod. If I'm only going to do one, I'm going to do tool tray, Acme rod, Big Boy, no other accessories. All right, so what do I want mine to be? I think I can talk the guys into sourcing us stainless steel hardware. So if we went stainless, I'm going to look for super casters. I love this, but I think what I want to do, I think I want to change this to like gunmetal, so tone on tone, like a gunmetal gray. I love the blue, but the blue doesn't work in every garage. So I think what I want to do is change this to a gunmetal gray, kind of like our dialed in shirt. That's tone on tone. I think I would want to do, would I do the tool tray in gunmetal or would I do the arms in gunmetal? That's what I want to do. I want to do the OG gunmetal edition. Stainless hardware, super casters. I wonder if they have casters that have stainless on them, stainless setup. Because this is stainless, this is stainless. If that was stainless, stainless hardware. And then if we did, say we did this one in gunmetal, and then do the contrast on this, do something in gunmetal, so we'll have to put that in Photoshop. Let's just hope they aren't like $1,200 a piece then after I do this. Anyway, more to come. Thanks for watching.